Picture this. You close your eyes tonight, drift into sleep, and the entire universe, every star, every planet, every atom suddenly vanishes. In that mysterious darkness of unconsciousness, reality completely rebuilds itself from scratch before you wake up tomorrow morning. And here's the terrifying part. You have no memory that anything ever changed. Could it be happening to you every night without you even knowing? Let's dive into this mind-bending thought experiment that challenges everything we think we know about existence, consciousness, and the nature of reality itself.
The cosmic reset theory.
What if our universe operates like a cosmic computer that hits the reset button every single night? While this might sound like pure science fiction, there are some fascinating scientific concepts that make this scenario surprisingly thought-provoking. Scientists have proposed various cyclic universe models where our cosmos undergoes endless sequences of expansion and contraction. The Big Bounce theory suggests that instead of a single Big Bang, the universe cycles through phases expanding, contracting, and then bouncing back to create a fresh universe. Each cycle essentially becomes a cosmic reboot, where the universe reverts to an early, high-energy state and begins anew. But here's where it gets wild. What if these cycles happen not over billions of years, but every single night while you sleep? Incredibly, your brain already does something remarkably similar to this cosmic reset idea. Recent research from Cornell University discovered that during deep sleep, your hippocampus, the brain's memory center, actually has a reset mechanism. Scientists found that certain parts of the hippocampus go completely silent during sleep, allowing neurons to reset and prepare for new learning the next day. This process, dubbed the barrage of action potentials, or BAR, acts like a nightly system reboot that prevents your brain from experiencing memory overload. It's as if your brain hits a literal reset button every night, clearing the neurological decks for fresh experiences. Even more fascinating, this reset primarily happens during the first half of your sleep cycle. London researchers found that brain cells gain more connections during waking hours and then systematically lose them during sleep, but only for the first few hours. After that, the second half of sleep remains mysteriously unexplored territory.
The consciousness gap.
When you sleep, your consciousness essentially vanishes. You have no awareness of the passage of time, no sense of existing. Philosophers have long debated whether this makes sleep a form of temporary death. Think about it. When you wake up, how do you actually know that you're the same person who went to sleep? Your memories could have been implanted, your identity reconstructed, your entire sense of self rebuilt from scratch. The you that wakes up might be a completely different consciousness that simply believes it has continuity with yesterday. During sleep, your brain processes sensory information but cannot focus on or identify sounds, leading to no conscious awareness of stimuli. Research shows that while your brain remains remarkably active during REM sleep, almost as active as when you're awake, your conscious experience becomes fragmented, discontinuous, and often bizarre. This is where quantum physics enters our story in the most mind-bending way possible. Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics suggests that every quantum event spawns separate universes for each possible outcome. What if every night, when your consciousness shuts down, you're actually dying in one universe while simultaneously being born in countless others? Each night, the quantum multiverse could be creating infinite versions of reality, and the you that wakes up is just one random consciousness that believes it has continuity with yesterday's experiences. The many worlds theory proposes that reality splits at every quantum crossroads, creating universes for every possible outcome, not just the big decisions, but every movement of every atom in your body. If the universe resets nightly, it could explain why we only experience one continuous timeline, despite infinite possibilities constantly branching around us.
The deja vu evidence.
Here's where things get truly eerie. Have you ever experienced deja vu, that uncanny feeling of having lived through an exact moment before? What if deja vu isn't just a memory glitch, but actual evidence of universe resets? Theoretical physicist Michio Kaku suggests that deja vu might occur when fragments of memory stored in our brain are elicited by moving into an environment that resembles something we've already experienced. But he also theorizes about the possibility of consciousness briefly flipping between different universes. In a universe that resets nightly, deja vu could be moments when your reconstructed consciousness accidentally retains fragments from previous universe cycles. That overwhelming sense of familiarity without specific recollection could be your mind glimpsing memories from yesterday's version of reality. Research shows that people who remember their dreams are more likely to experience deja vu. If the universe resets each night by cycling through parallel versions of itself, Deja vu might be those brief moments when the barriers between yesterday's universe and today's become permeable. Even more disturbing is the Mandela effect, the phenomenon where large groups of people share identical, false memories about specific events or details. Named after the widespread false memory of Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, he actually died in 2013. This effect has spawned countless examples that millions of people swear they remember differently. If the universe truly resets every night, the Mandela effect could be explained by occasional glitches in the reconstruction process. Perhaps some nights, when reality rebuilds itself, it accidentally incorporates elements from parallel universes where these false memories were actually true. Consider these famous Mandela effects. Many people remember the Berenstain Bears instead of the Berenstain Bears, or Darth Vader saying, "Luke, I am your father," instead of, "No, I am your father." What if these aren't false memories at all, but accurate recollections from previous universe cycles where these details were different? The shared nature of these false memories is what makes them so compelling as potential evidence. If individual people were simply misremembering, you'd expect random, varied, incorrect memories. Instead, millions of people share the exact same wrong memories as if they all lived in the same alternate version of reality. Fiona Broome, who coined the term Mandela effect, believes these shared memories might be evidence of parallel universes temporarily overlapping with our own. In a nightly reset scenario, the reconstruction process might occasionally pull details from other universe versions, creating these collective, false memories that feel absolutely real.
The daily death problem.
This scenario raises profound philosophical questions about identity and consciousness. If the universe truly resets every night, then technically, you die every single day. The person reading this right now would only have existed since this morning. Your entire sense of having a childhood, relationships, achievements, all of it could be false memories implanted during last night's universal reconstruction. Every photo, every document, every trace of history could have been created simultaneously with your new consciousness just hours ago. But here's the most unsettling part. If your brain's memory consolidation process is disrupted during the universal reset, it might explain why some people experience more deja vu and Mandela effects than others. Those whose consciousness is more sensitive to the reconstruction process might retain fragments of memories from previous cycles, creating these eerie glimpses into alternate versions of reality. Some philosophers argue this wouldn't matter if your reconstructed self has identical memories and experiences. Are you really any different from your original self? Others contend that consciousness requires physical continuity, making nightly resets a form of unnatural death and rebirth that we're simply unaware of.
Reality.
Of course, there are compelling reasons why this scenario is likely impossible. The universe shows clear evidence of processes that take much longer than a single day. Radioactive decay follows precise mathematical patterns over thousands of years. Light from distant stars takes millions of years to reach us, creating a cosmic timestamp that would be impossible to fake in a daily reset. Moreover, if reality rebuilt itself each night, it would require an incomprehensible amount of information and energy to recreate every atom, every quantum state, every particle interaction in the universe. The computational power needed would exceed anything we can imagine. Yet quantum physics suggests that reality might not be as solid as we assume. The quantum theory of cognition proposes that memories are actually created by the act of remembering them, rather than being stored like files in a computer. This means that recalling a memory changes its nature, making it vulnerable to interference from other quantum states.
The ultimate question.
As you prepare for sleep tonight, consider this. If the universe really does reset while you're unconscious, you'll never know. The version of you that wakes up tomorrow will carry today's memories, feel the same certainty of continuity, and have no idea that reality itself was rebuilt around you. Sweet dreams if you make it to morning. Because in a universe that may end and restart every night, each awakening is both a miracle and a mystery. So when you close your eyes tonight, ask yourself, are you falling asleep? Or are you watching the end of everything, hoping existence decides to rebuild you again by dawn?